bought some crypto I bought at the top. Felt the FOMO, man, I couldn't stop. Dreams of Lambos and a yacht to land. This digital gold slipped right through my hand. Charts climbing high like I could touch the sky. But fortune smirked and waved goodbye. Hopes of riches flying high and proud. And then the plunge, oh what a crowd. And then the market fell down, fell down. There goes vacation, there goes the rent. Oh, that money's long gone spent. I bought some crypto then. The market fell down, fell down. And then the market fell down, fell down. There goes vacation, there goes the rent. Oh, that money's long gone spent. I bought some crypto then. The market fell down, fell down. Yeah, the market fell down, fell down. There goes vacation, there goes the rent. Oh, that money's long gone spent. I bought some crypto, then the market fell down, fell down. Then the market fell down, fell down. She's a rodeo rider, I'm just the clown. She trades those coins when I'm not around. She rides big green candles, they go up and down, while I'm here swinging in this tired old town. She loves big green candles, fat and deep. Every night those charts she keeps. Big green candles, man, it's hard to compete with those big green dreams and crypto sleep. I was working hard just trying to stack, but her portfolio's got me slack-jawed and cracked. While I'm counting pennies, she's counting stacks. On those big green candles, ain't no coming back. She loves big green candles, fat and deep. Every night those charts she keeps. Big green candles, man, it's hard to compete with those big green dreams and crypto sleep.
Meow. The ringing of the cowbell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started.
She bought the dip. There's no romance when those tokens flip. I made her dinner, she calls it a trip. 'Cause crypto
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. Look what we have been through today over here. So the trend line right here that was holding us over these areas when we came up, and we made this lower high, and eventually we could not get past this little green line again, and that was a warning sign. The lower highs were the first of the warning signs that you had that, hey man, this is not looking like she wanting to go up and do nothing. It kept making some higher lows, and so that looks like a squeeze until it did squeeze, and then it busted out. It just didn't go up to the top of the mirror where the light is. You're squishing the zit, and it kind of went down toward the bottom of the sink area right here. All over the counter down here, about 70,800-ish is like where we're at right now. So really kind of making this other idea with this pattern right here that this guy is winning out right here. This harmonic pattern seems to have come in and done what it's going to do at these areas of reversal-ish. So what's a turkey to do in this situation? Well, we'll go back to our other chart over here. This box we've had up there for a long time. Even I think was it before? Or maybe it was back when we lost it over here, but we put out the dare for Bitcoin to get up to this area. It's just Fibonacci area, 786, 886 area. I dare you to get here, Bitcoin. That's where we got to, but after it got there, it was all over. So the question is now, what the hell is going on with Bitcoin? Are we going to stop anytime soon? Is it all over? Let me see if I can find a half-ass clear chart here. If not, then I guess we got to go look for a new Bitcoin chart somewhere. This one might work. This one might work right here. Maybe. I got so many other bigger ideas over here. Resistance, trend lines, and things like that. Let's clear this one out. Let's sacrifice this one. All right, so the harmonic pattern that we're possibly playing out right here that could bring us down to the downside, just one scenario to look for. Probably should be aware of it since it seems to be doing some stuff. But on price action, what we have here, and this is the 4-hour time frame, you're still making higher highs and higher lows. Just because we get a little pullback like this doesn't mean the world's over. It wasn't over here when everybody thought it was over. We went back to 65,000, then ended up over $10,000 higher. $10,000 moves on these pullback or on these moves, right? And it's just wild to watch YouTube yesterday. It's a lot of people were very, very bullish, and there's some bullish scenarios. We can talk about them coming up here. We can't be too certain about it, but and then on red days it all flips, and now we're all like, oh, it's all over. No, it's $38,000 again. So you got a lot of emotion going out over here. If I draw a trend line and put it from wick to candle bodies as best that I can right here, try to get a view of the angle that we might be, support that we might be looking at right down here. We're at a couple of areas of support. Now, depending on how you draw your fibs, you will get some different results, right? One of the most notable ways is you always go from your low to your high. Can't really go too wrong there. If we're looking at this idea, we're looking for a 382. Pull back right here about 69, right at $70,000. We haven't quite got there yet. May not get there, but then again, we might. One of the reasons we may not get there is if we take our local fib from this second low that we had there from high, because this is in line with our impulse move. We don't have all this other stuff in between. It goes from a low straight up, all on one trend line right here. So we'll take that one in consideration. And from that idea, we are right at the 382. So one of these, I'm looking at both of these ideas right here. If we fall down further on this particular fib pool, we'd be looking at their 0.5 Fibonacci coming in about 69,200 area right through there. Let's go ahead and label it. That's where a 200 moving average is also falling in, but we don't need to, I don't think we need to touch them again. I mean, we might. The 100 crossed over the 200. We should bounce off of that one first before we drag the 200 into it. I'm just saying, just give it a little time. Let's work the 100 and come up and go through all of our stuff, and then Then we can work our way back down to the 200 is what I'm saying. Moving averages. We're trying to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing tonight? Let me come over and say hello to you guys. Give me just 1 second here. And we are back. Let me see if I can dial this little guy in there just a little bit better. 382 Fibonacci. We might be getting some traction off of here because moving average, 50 moving average, good place with support. The other moving averages are in good order above it. So we might bounce here. I'd hope to see us bounce here. Ichimoku Cloud, since we're right in the middle of it, we got to second guess it. And so I don't know if it's, she has a tendency to suck us in underneath. We can bounce off and ricochet off of it, and that's what we're hoping to see here. Let's come down now to the smaller time frames, like over the 15 minute, and see what it says. And this cloud over here looks like it wants to dump us down. It ain't looking too hot over here. It looks like rollover trying to happen over here. 50 crosses this 360. That could be some more downward pressure, and that might get us down to this next level we're looking for, 70,000. Starting to look like that might be what we're looking at over here. Hopefully not. I mean, we made a higher low. So this is just speculation at this point. There's nothing here confirming it. It did come a little bit lower here, but now we're back in the little range. Maybe we can pop up through here. I'm all for it if we do, but if we don't, I'm looking about 70,000. See if that will hold. If that doesn't hold, then we're starting to look at 69,000 right there. Taking our trend line into account here. Looking at your most recent trend line would have been this one, right? Take the measure move from that little guy. Measure move takes us down here to 70,000 right here at that area, down toward the bottom of this other trend line, which is not the most beautiful trend line. How far do you go? Do you go further? Oh, you're totally not, you're not really kosher at all right there on the smaller time frames. See if we can come over here and see if we can draw this in just a wee bit better. I'm actually going to go from wicks to wicks there, and then I'm going to deviate off the wicks here, do some order of operations. And that does kind of point out to a little bit lower, 68.6, really? If it wants to come back and touch the bottom of the trend line, it doesn't have to, but it could. So that's basically what I've got for Bitcoin over here. Yeah, we might still be headed just a wee bit lower. Let's see if we can catch some traction around 70,000. Maybe we can make it back up through. These bigger moving averages are in good formation. They're still bullish. It's the smaller ones, the ones under the 200 moving average, that are being bearish. And the 200 is still way up here above the 360. Hopefully it won't cross. If it does, that could be a little bit more of a drive down. But hopefully we got that going on with Bitcoin. We had a pullback, and of course, again, that made alts pull back, and alts got back into the range that they've been in, this kind of purplish box. We were hoping that that was a retest of that box, and it was until it wasn't. The 382 Fibonacci is what did us in, but that's not bad. That's normal price action. Come from a bottom, get rejected at the first target point, the 382 Fibonacci there, do a pullback. And I mean, we can look at it in shorthand just by keeping this fib up, that we might come down somewhere around this area and test. If you want to get a little bit more elaborate, you can pull your fibs out and start looking for certain areas. But basically, we're back into the box, so we need to bounce. We're at the 382 right now, perfect place to bounce, but we just recently crossed that trend line. Got to more rely on this one. And it's kind of hinting that maybe we'll come back here to a 0.5 pullback. Let me take the color off this. Let me color code my lines here so I know what they are. About 50 moving or 50% area. I want to be purple-ish. And this guy is now our 618. I don't want to forget this little 382, just to remind me that we do have some support right there. It'd be a great place to hold, but it doesn't have to, and just the fact that we just broke that trend line makes me think that it's probably not going to. It's a lot to ask, unless it's a bear trap idea. Maybe we can hope for it, but usually you come down. And the measure move on this would indicate that we might be looking for altcoins to come down to about $707 billion. That's the bottom of this trend line area down here. If that happens, well, that's no more fun for altcoins. So caution with the altcoins at the moment. It was a nice little run over the weekend and through the first of the week. Today is Wednesday. Today is a pump day, hump day, dump day. Tomorrow is Thursday. Every freaking day feels like Thursday, I swear. And tomorrow might be of interest. I mean, we had the Fed, FMOC and all that stuff coming out this week, so we got that out of the way. So the market makers got to do their little stuff, and hopefully it was just to fake everybody to the downside before doing something good. I don't know. This whole world is a mess and shambles right now, and so is the markets. The only thing that I'm really excited about is Bitcoin is not 61,000, it's 71,000, and I think that's something to be appreciative about. If it had not bounced at 61, we might be at 51, which would be a great place to buy it. But I mean, let's be honest, a lot of people would be stuck in drawdown and not be able to afford to buy it there. A lot of people, the way the typical people get stuck in the market, play the market, they get tied up, hemmed up, and then when the good prices come around, they're not able to take advantage of them. My strategies that will keep us cash heavy seem to be the winning strategies, and for me, that's actually kind of hard for me to struggle with. I'll be honest about that. It's hard for me to keep a big cash reserve pool because I keep wanting to put it in crap. So that's one of the things I will be focusing on 2026 is to have a more fiat pool. And with 2026 coming, it's a new chance. A new chance at this market. We are in the bear market, and some of these altcoins are at some of the best prices that we might see on some of them. Some of them are in some really good, nice bottoming foundations, and those are the ones I'm kind of looking at and focusing on. Let's take a look at some altcoins if you don't mind. 12 people hanging out with me, but first let me come over and say hello to you guys. Don't be shy now. Come on down here. Why y'all blue? Why are you feeling blue? You guys are all blue tonight. Guys, you shouldn't feel blue. We got PMO. Post Modernalities was first tonight. Shout out to you. You got Dave P. How you doing, Dave? Good to see you tonight, my man. Stray Guy Heart. My OG Stray Guy right there. We got Silver Days with the cowbells. Yeah, I got a cowbell. Look, it looks like a cow. Silver Days says smash the likes and subscribe, and I agree. That does help our little tiny ass channel grow so that maybe we can get some more varied analysis or insight about crypto out there. Something a little different from your typical flag to the upside. Black Monday, but it's a Wednesday, says PMO. Beta Blot says, can you please look how low ladies can crash to if we have a massive dump? Thanks. We can take a look at ladies. Ladies has been doing all right, unless it dumped bigger today. It's doing some nice things on the 4 hours, so I'm not looking for a big crash at the moment. I may be totally wrong. Of course, you know, we do have the Bitcoin targets, which that's what we did go over that at the beginning of the show. We did. The idea that we've been looking, I want to draw it over here. Q7. Technically it was here. So this harmonic pattern is, I mean, I've had it up here on a different chart for, well, ever since we did this. When was this, in February? So over a month when we put this idea out, and I thought it was going to hit the target here, but it came up a little short, and then that kind of, we dropped down, then that started making me wonder about it, because this one's overlapped from another one that I did, and I'm not used to doing it that way. So I was kind of questioning whether it would have the validity, but it appears like, well, that doesn't matter. Looks like we got the validity we needed. Was it you or was it the other one? Because we had this idea. Came down to the 786. I think it was you weren't a guard, you were a bat. But there was a Gartley. There was a Gartley. Oh my God! Now we're getting all weird. Yeah, it was you. It was your. That was the first one that was happening, and this was the second idea. This was the Gartley. So 786 retracement on this one. And that's a reversal pattern right there. And so my other one overlapped it, and I don't usually look for things like that, but it does seem to be apparent. I mean, we're just looking at the high to the low, to the retracement here. Roughly a 6-1, right at the, close to 618, and then a pull back, and then we're up to the races over here. And this, I believe, was the bearish bat pattern. 786 retracement, 786. So bearish. I'm sorry, when I say bat, I didn't mean bat. Butterfly pattern. And that could be bringing us down. Now, typically, when you're playing this, I mean, your take profit points will be the D and C points down here at 62.8. So we're a few $1,000s from the bottom part over here. We want to come down to that. But we pull a Fibonacci from this point all the way to the high. And those are the ones we're looking at, the 382, which we have here. So I guess I should play that one then. And then the 618. Those are our two main targets to look for as this one plays to the downside. And then again, back here in this area, somewhere around 63, 62,000, if we come down that deep off of this guy. Now, hopefully our trend lines will come in and kind of save us from having to go too much lower. So if this could be an area that we could be doing something, and I'm just curious, see where we pull back to, whether we get a higher high or a higher low. I'm venturing to say it's probably going to be a lower high if we were to come back up, and then that opens the door for another little pattern idea, which, you know, can bring us back down, and that does take us back down to the trend line idea. So these are just some kind of harmonic ideas that I'm peeking out over here. And so far, this one right here seems to be the winner out of everything else that we look for, even though we have higher highs and higher lows. It's a little bit of bearish divergence, but it's not that bad. One of the bullish ideas that we could look at is the channel idea, and that would be basically going from bodies to bodies there and hoping that we get a little traction here, but it looks like we kind of already lost that channel. In the meantime, altcoins just suffer a little, and they are back below the trend line, so expecting them to fall down could be what we're looking at right here. All right, let me get over to a different Bitcoin chart. Let me get over to a smaller time frame. And I'm looking at the 6-minute time frame over here, and we're just trying to watch and see if we're getting a bottom pattern out of a support area. 382 on the other charts that we looked at. Good place to find some support over here. Let me go ahead and change that. And do we have a breakout? Is there a breakout? Technically there is a breakout, but there is no volume behind it, so probably not that big of a breakout. You'll be looking for a break of this level here, and it could be an Adam with a double Eve. Adam and his threesome partners over here, maybe is what you'd hope for. We did get some support over here. It looks like it's about 618 Fibonacci area, if I'm looking at that correctly. Nope, you're a 0.5. Oh, you're the interesting one. That one I don't have my fib set up to do. It takes us about the 1.5 area Fibonacci. Oh, we could do the 1-to-1 though. We'll do it this way. We'll use this technique to get it. And if we're lucky, maybe we can get up to 71.9. Would be our 1-to-1 move right there. Our measure move, if you want to look at it that way. Should basically be a 1-to-1 move from this guy right there, taking him to the very bottoms right there. So measure move, or if you want to use the Fibonacci's to get about 71.9 is what I'm looking for. Still a lower high than this guy over here that we had. So we got that to work with, if at all. If we are getting a breakout and we can get past this area at 71.3 or 71.4. We're looking for a little bit of rejection at 71.9. 200 moving average is also coming down there. So we're kind of stuck in another rangy range until we can break up to the upside, if we do at all. Hopefully we will, and this will be a higher low. But it could be the setup for a lower high again, and that would be the cautionary tale to watch out for. Nice little green dot here on the 36 minute. Too bad your stochastics are kind of blown out of the water right now. But on the 4 hour, I do think it's interesting. We're at the 100 moving average that we bounced off of. When you look at these indicators, you know, they're kind of buried down here a little bit. MACD's down there trying to gain a little traction. Not in the official signs yet, but our RSI is down very low at 34%. Let's do a little RSI analysis and see if we've broken any major trend lines. Oh, looks like we might have broken that trend line. If we can get back in, could be very bullish. But we have lost just on the RSI, so now we got to look at you a little sideways. Just a wee bit sideways. Seem to have lost market Cypher. I don't know what's going on with that. Update available. There's an updated version of VMC Cypher? Well, you heard it here. I guess this is it. Oh, look at... What the hell? What's different? Oh, my God, you changed everything. Yay, I got stuff I've got to change back again. All right. Yay. Okay, well, this is the new market Cypher. This is what it looks like. And it's too busy for me. This RSI right here, I like RSI, but I don't like their RSI. So let me go ahead and adjust this little guy. I take your RSI off of you. Well, now you look a little bit more better. You look, yeah, okay. I guess I can deal with that. Oh, VWAP is not yellow anymore. VWAP is white now. Do we want it that way? Sure, we'll try it that way. Maybe it'll be easier to see or something. Well, all right, we got a new version of VMC Cypher. It is the free version of Market Cypher. It's every bit just as good, but a whole lot cheaper. No yearly subscription. Thank you, VMC, for what you do. And it's really just a combination of about 5 indicators just slapped all together into one. That's what it is. But after you get used to it, it looks confusing at first. It looks like somebody dropped an Astro Pop or, you know, some kind of ice cream cone on hot pavement, and it just melted there and swirled around. It just looks like a mess. But it gets... I like it because you can take one glance at it and get a feel for what's going on. You can see what's down in the bottoms, if they're headed up, if they're not, if money flows in the green or not. Money flow being in the green is one of the best things of it. Money flow is in the green on the 4 hour, so maybe that will help us get a little support and recover that 50 moving average after bouncing off that 100. See if we can make that happen. What do you think about those biscuits? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about done with Bitcoin and everything. We're seeing a nice little pull up here on the 24 minute, trying to get above the 9 and 24 minute moving, or 9 and the 21 moving average here after bouncing off of our favorite devil girl, Miss Lucy right there. She usually always has her dirty little fingers in the market somewhere. Big welcome Ichimoku Cloud. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. 382 pullback is what we got when we take it from the harmonic measurements, and that would be from this bottom, I'm sorry, this bottom over here up to there, right? No, I'm sorry, I think it was, yeah, it was. So this little guy right here, I need to dial you in a little bit. So I'm not as much looking for this idea anymore at the moment from what we just gathered over here. And It's respecting the harmonic play, so that's the one that I'm looking for, those targets. So we do want to put this little guy in on here, 618. That would be the next downside target for the harmonic pattern, if that's what we're doing, and it seems to be working out so far. So 67,600, I'm sorry, that's where we could, but right now, you know, still a little bit more to go if we want to take the measure move concept, but we got a chance to bounce here. Let's see what we can get here on the 24-minute. 666 moving average crossed over the 800. That's bullish, and that could be enough to get us back to test these areas. And I don't know that we'll break back above here, but we could be getting back to 73 to retest those areas, right? Maybe right at 73 where we had our little breakout area. So that's kind of what I'm looking for Bitcoin. And if that be true, then maybe we're starting to, well, we would have to count this as a bottom. I don't see any angles here yet, so maybe it's still got some stuff to do. It's not just to bounce straight up, but kind of consolidate, and maybe we can get a better angle for a trend line idea. That would be cool. She has not made a lower low from over here, and that's what we would like to keep it up to. So bouncing from here would be that would be the bullish bounce area. We need to see the bounce here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's start looking at some altcoins. I got a mean headache. I'll be here for a second. I had more headaches lately than normal. I usually don't have headaches, but I would say in the past week I've probably had about 3 or 4 of them. Haven says, bought more UPXI. Pretty boring, but I'm all about some Salama. And 2190 is my Ethereum entry. Oh, cool. What is it? What is Ethereum doing? Let's take a look at Ethereum. It was dropping, right? Okay, cool. Let's see. And we fell from 23. Go to the 4 hour. Oh, nice rounded bottom. Nice retest of that trend line. Nice retest of that trend line. Nice 50 moving average there too. Do you have a trend line over here? That looks good, Haven. She makes me want to get in on some Ethereum. 36 minute. Why are we under the 200 moving average? Why are you doing that to us? I'm hoping it's not going to drop back down here to this area 2136. It could though, couldn't it? Here at 2200, if I put a stop loss in it underneath this 886, but let me pull you down here. This is to be more accurate. I'm wanting to get in. It's near trend line, which is one of the things I look for. Let me tighten up that trend line to actual bodies. I know the 9 just crossed that 200 there, but and we're below the. Well, gosh darn it, you only live once, and I got a trend line, and it's worth me taking a shot. And we got. Let me look at price structure one more time here. Any bearish divergence or anything? No, you don't. And on the bigger time frames, it looks awesome. On the 8 hour, it looks like we're about off the 21, go to the upside. Ichimoku Cloud says we can do it. MacD says something a little different though. Why are you bitching about, MacD? I'm trying to justify an entry here. Well, I mean, I can justify it for a trend line, but I don't want to just, jump in because it's a trend line and then have it break the trend line and get stopped out. So I think it's got a decent chance to hopefully hold here. So what is that, 2150 and now we're at 2200, $50 difference to get in. I say let's go for it. I want to jump in there, I think, with you, Haven. What'd you say your entry was? You got a pretty good entry, didn't you? 2190, and where are we at right now? Yeah, so you're just now getting in there too, huh? I think I'll take it with you, Javen. Put me in this little stop loss over here. And I may just do, well. What, oh, you just off the 0.5? I don't know if I want to put my target at 25 or 26 yet. Or if I want to do something a little bit more local. Well, I want something more than $100 though. Tell you what, I'm gonna go with the rare 618. I'm at 25.37. Stop loss at 21.46. Me leverage, I'm going with 10x on Ethereum. She's kind of up there anyway. And what the hell? Oh, my stop loss, I did not put that in there right. 21. There we go. All right, tiny account with a tiny stop loss within my 1 to 2%. I think it's more 2. And get my limit order right there to see if we can catch that. Boom, we're in. All right, and that's giving me almost a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio if we can get up there and hit it. It's got to get up there and hit it. May just be looking for the higher high here, 24.54 short term, right? Bigger term, I think we can look closer to the 3,000. If I remember what we looked at the other day. Looking at your support resistance flips, I mean, this is the area that we're flipping as support right now, hopefully, if this trend line holds. And so another reason why I think this is a solid entry that I wanted to try to get in. And whoa, I'm up a whopping 0.11%. Oh, let's clap like crazy like all the gurus. Look, 11%, 0.11%, not even 11. It's a fraction of a... yeah, that's what we do here. Who does it? Who does it? Who took this trade with me? Who's it? Because you're up almost a penny. You're up almost a penny right now. If you put $1,000 in, you're up. Oh, you're probably down. You're up a penny again. Yeah. All right, so we got that going on. We'll get that algorithm straightened out over here, man. I can just see all the people just dying to flock in to say, "What's that crazy turkey doing with the clapping?" Right, Lucy, you're still on the board, man. Get off there. All right, so we looked at Ethereum. I've got a list of coins to take a look at. If you guys want to throw some coin requests up, you can do that. I'll come back and look for those. Right now, we'll take a look at some of them that are down right now. We looked at grass last night, right? Let's see what grass is doing. She's testing the trend line over here. I've been in a grass trade. I don't know if, am I still in it? I didn't see it. I might have got stopped out. Oh, I am. I'm still in the grass trade. Okay, we still got the Grassiola trade. Now over here, it looked like she broke my trend line. Probably need to delete it. You guys don't have the, oh, there you are. There's the garbage can. Can we? Oh, what? You can't delete everything? So I got in kind of. Well, we've been in. I think we got in over here. It went up over the last few days. When did we? Was there a gas trade? I think it was last night. I put my stop loss over here, and it looks like she's trying to come back to it. 100 moving average might save me. That's on the 4-hour chart. My goodness. Okay, I took a hit on you, didn't I? Where is me trend lines? We can get a trend line. Ooh, yeah, you lost trend line. Well, that was the time to do something. My stop loss should have been right over here. Should have put it right over there. So maybe she will bounce before she gets to my stop loss. If so, I need to put an order in. 34.98. It's a small trade, and we can add into this little guy. All right, so I got an order right down here to catch, and that will help bring this down a little bit too. And hopefully we won't go any further. If we do, it stops me out. Tease what it tease, man. Tease what it tease. You'll feel me? We got a very tiny Bitcoin short that keeps wanting to get back. There's just not much in there for it to get back on, unfortunately, where I've been taking profits already. Haven't found a good place to really add into that just yet. Bitcoin's sitting at $71,200. She takes another run up over here. I'll try to add to that short over here. Maybe not. Maybe just let it get stopped out because it looks like she'd be making a higher low. Why do I want to short it unless it gets up above here? But I will be looking for some more shorting opportunities around 74, just in case we want to do a double top, another high, lower high, and then really come down. Those are some of the ideas we might be looking at. All right, let's take a look at River. River's been popping off again. River, you're crazy, man. What's up with you, River? You're like at $26 again. You were down to 18, and then you decided, screw you, man. I'm going to just do what I want to do. So it looks like our trend line has matured. Or you look at it this way, we're at resistance area right now. So is this a good take profit place for River? She might be. But wait a minute, we got one hump, two hump. Oh, yeah, that, you know, you really should take a chill pill, River. She reached, that's up there. I'm just saying. And if she pulled back, man, where would we be looking? You already did that once. Would you be coming back down here? You wouldn't dare do that, would you? You wouldn't be coming back and trying to do a freaking another kind of head and shouldery type of deal or something crazy, would you? I hope not, but she's done that before. Probably zoom out and see what the bigger time frames are saying. They don't lie as much. I think this is what I liked about River when I started playing it again, was seeing the possibility of $40 being a target for this guy. Swing high to swing low. Make sure we got you dialed in over here. We want some accurate numbers. So she is right now trying to leave our accumulation zone, and it looks like she's got an inverted head and shoulder bottoming pattern down here, right? With a possible measure move that, oh, I guess we got it. Oh, we went to the wicks there. Okay, I see what we did. All right. Breakout here. Kind of taking us up to around $35 for the measure move idea if we're trying to look for that. And from 26 to 35, I'm kind of like, well, okay. Oh, put your money where your mouth is. So is she trying to break out of this area instead of getting rejected? It looks like it's trying to. River, we're going to have to try to play you. I'm already in a River play. I think it's in a little bit of drawdown, right? No, it's actually up. I am in a River play. I'm up a whopping 3% on my River trade over here. Was in one before, but I got stopped out. Stop losses are set. They are tight. They're below the trend line in case we want to come back and smash through it again. Don't trust River. Waiting for the point when I'm putting it to break even, but not there yet. So I bought the flag to the upside on the 1 hour, it looks like. But I got some other limits in to catch it is basically what I'm doing. I'm playing. I'm actually kind of layered in between a pretty sizable level, with some stops at certain levels, so I don't have to ride it all the way down. But it stops me out, and then I'll see if I can snipe along in well, not snipe along, but catch along at one of the next levels. She's making a nice strong trend. It's the original trend line, and now we may have this little guy. So if we were to fall back and retest this trend line, that's where the little entries would come in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me come over to the chat and see what we're talking about over here. It's on log. Are we still on log? It was on, it always is over here on Blowfin. Always is. Log is not too bad of an issue unless you're doing measure moves. And then, you know, of course, your trend lines can be different when you go on log and off log. Oh, see, and so if I got it on log, it looks like I'm still in my trend line, right? Yeah, okay. Hey, yeah, so I need to adjust my trend lines for the log. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. These things make a difference. Wait a minute, what do we got over here? Oh, that's interesting too. I like that. Let's make that a big fat trend line right there. See if that gets respected. That original trend line that we fell back into and eventually came back in. All right, so I got ladies on my list. Even says, "Oh, I get it. He's slow because he's a turtle. No dummy. He's high as hell." If I ever go to a crypto costume event, there's a good chance I might be going as a cooter. There you go. Dusty Hunt, how we doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. PMO says 2190 and 220 is a good entry. Green biscuits. I saw some green biscuits today. I feel like we were going lower. Feels real familiar. Looks real familiar. All right, let's take a look at ladies real quick for Anita. We're on the 4 hour, and did you also get the dump? Looks like she got the dump. Still kind of testing trend lines. Actually, it's still holding right now. Now it might lose this one, but it had a nice little bear trap. I want to keep this. You know, try to keep our line in there, but we may, you know, have to pull it down here as a maturing trend line, and she might have further to drop, maybe in 94 with support down through here at this area where we have support over here. Could be a happening right there, but also this is kind of bullish to me. You got the 50 crossing the 666 moving average right there. She's trying to do some stuff. I know it's got a little bit of a pullback, but hey. So how low can it go? So you're wanting cheaper, a lot cheaper? Well, I can give you a target. I can give you a lower target based on current price action. I can definitely do that. I mean, if we go bearish and we go for lower lows, we're looking for this area right here as one of the main areas. There's a couple others might keep our eye on, but this one right here would be the main one to keep her be looking for. In my opinion. And that's at negative 8 zeros and 432. And so that would be dropping a 0 and quite a bit. What would that be percentage wise if we took a dump down there? Probably quite impressive. That would be like another 56% drop, Anita. If that were to happen, we were to go for the lower lows. Yeah, it could happen over the next 6 months of this bear market that we got. Is it 6 months now? It's getting closer to being over. It's getting closer to being over. This is March. We got April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So we're talking, yeah, a good 7 to 8 months when our bottom should be, it should be there. We start looking for it to make sure, you know, time-wise to confirm our bottoms. So our time confirmation, we got 7 more months. We got a boring-ass summer. We got sell in May, walk away. That's getting ready to come up in the next few weeks. Let's talk about some other things that might be the old downers in crypto and the markets that we tend to forget about. April, which is next month, tax time. People saying, oh crap, I gotta sell stuff to pay taxes. That's a crap ass feeling when you gotta go sell your good positions of something so you can pay freaking taxes. I I had the biggest bag of MicroStrategy until I had to pay a bunch of taxes a few years ago before it blew up. Pissed me off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at a few of the things that are moving. CASPA is moving tonight. Let's see if we can go through these at a little bit of speed now. We've been in this for 51 minutes. Let's start. We can book through some altcoins over here. I guess with all the scribbles and stuff I got on CASPA, you never even got another. It looked like it was going to try to do some kind of little weird thing. All right, it never even happened. It just went on down. CASPA has been, oh wow, I didn't know that you, well, that's been about a week ago, right? You got down to 2.5 cents. It's been hanging around the 3 cent area, 3.5 cent area for the last little bit that I've noticed it. And now today it hit over 4 cents. So might be getting some attention. Now look at this. All this time we were up here. Do you remember being up here and like, oh, hopefully, yeah, we're going to $1. We're going to $1. And, it was about 20, never even got 21 cent. I had a 21 cent target, never got hit. And then all the hopium, and man, you say anything bad about CASPA anywhere through this part, people were hating on you and whatever. It's going to be all right, you know. And then watching it drop, and then you think it's going to make a comeback, all right, and then we find ourselves way down here at nothing. Swing high, or swing low rather. Almost looks like a beautiful macro 886 pullback. So we would have had a bat pattern up here, depending on how you want to look at it. So CASPA is actually kind of looking interesting. This is the zone to be getting into CASPA, in my personal opinion. All right, so in my opinion, what had happened here, it came up to our top. We pulled back to a 0.5 Fibonacci. We came up, we made a lower high, which gives us our bat. Harmonic, and 886 is the reversal area, the possible reversal zone. Oh hell, I screwed that up, didn't I? How did that happen? Can I save this? Screwed that up. Okay, here we go. All right, so there's our bullish bat. It's a bullish bat. There is another variation that could take us down here to negative 0.26 cents, but that seems, since that seems mathematically impossible, we're going to swing with this idea right here. So that's our bat pattern, and it can signals a possible reversal going on over here. And so now we come up with our targets. The most interesting targets are going to be the A and C points. I know, right? These guys are awesome little targets. Oh, I got to do something different here. Anyway, have we got you yet? And that's at 19 and 20 cents. Sounds crazy for CASPA right now, doesn't it? Shoot, I want to start looking at CASPA. I want to go from the C leg all the way down to here. And from this aspect, we do what we always do. But first, we're going to get the harmonic take profit targets, because that's what these are. You can add the 0.5 in there if you like, but it's not typically what's done on the harmonics. It's when you want to look over to the left and see what's going on over there. So for CASPA, swing trade idea here on the daily, I'm looking for this as our targets. So 6 cents looks pretty awesome. 8 cents. Now these are bigger swing trade targets. We can come down and get some smaller targets from this move down here, but for right now, when you're looking at 65% gains in CASPA, we get 6 cents. If we break out of this area, we'd be looking at our first target area, 126% gains. And what we can see happens, like sometimes it'll do it here. We look for a type 2 return. This is our type 1. It usually, a lot of times, they'll come up to the 382 in there, and we'll get a little double bottom, and that gives you a little chance to kind of play around this area before we start getting to our bigger targets, right? So this is our harmonic swing trade idea on the daily for CASPA. I'm actually going to share this one with the group. I'm going to copy this image. We'll come over here to our Telegram group over here. We'll go to the chart room, and let me go use my little bot over here, and I'll make it a little bit easier. And now I've got this stuff kind of automated. Just got to put in my ticker symbol here, CASPA. This is daily swing trade idea. Possible the harmonic bat pattern confirmation. And CASPA. All right, so I send that out, and then over in our chart room area of our Telegram group. Where did it go? Oh, trade setups over in the trade setups area over here. Got some setups over here by Brackish. Oh, Brackish Adventure, some love, our admin over there. And so it posts my chart that we just looked at over here. And then based on my analysis style, I do have a bot over here that will take my charts and present it very professionally. With the targets, it reads what I've just laid out there for it. Gives you the market analysis. CASPA has experienced significant retracement from its high, but is showing signs of potential bottoming action. The harmonic bat pattern completion suggests it would be a structural low, with the entry zone representing strong previous support that could act as resistance on the way back up. Volume patterns indicate accumulation despite the bearish price action. So all the information's over here. Where the targets, entries, swing trade ideas, blah, blah, blah. We got the setup over there shared. Now let's come over to the 4 hour and see what's going on the local. We take a look at this idea. Here we are at areas of resistance. It could go a little higher, but it's likely to come back at some point closer to 3 cents than not. Pull our high from up here at the swing high to our swing low. See, we're hitting that 382 Fibonacci area right there, right? This was the accumulation zone. Anywhere below 3.4 cents was the sweet-ass buy zone for CASPA that you bought in this zone. You could be up a minimum of 16% on your CASPA bag. If you've been holding CASPA from the highs and you looked at it and said, "Oh crap, that was a dumbass decision," well, you're up a good from where she bottomed out and probably made you cry and think of your life choices. Your CASPA bag is up 57% from that depressing day. So, if it was, if you saw all your hopes and dreams dwindle down to $100, well, now you should have $150 in there. It could be worse. I'm just saying. Things may only go uphill from here. That's cool, isn't it? CASPA's at some juicy prices. CASPA is at some prices that were the envy of all the people who missed the move over here when it was half a penny. Those are the people that made out like bandits on CASPA. They even came back to 1 penny, 1.2 pennies over here. Wow. And then the real run happened. And the CASPA people came in, and all you heard was CASPA. Everything was good in the CASPA until they started doing the damn meme coins. And it wasn't even really from the CASPA thing. I don't even think it was just a big money grab. And of course, you had a lot of CASPA fans out here pumping the meme coins and shouting out, "Hey fam, come on, jump in, we're in memes, I'm making killing." And everything's already played out, blah, 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 just a bunch of shills and hypes and stuff. How those CASPA meme coins doing now? Yeah, do you remember what they're called? Shoot, I'm having trouble remembering what the names of them were. Nobody ever talks about that anymore, do they? CASPA, in my opinion, if they got stablecoin, That would have been a great move. Kind of been like the Tron move, you know, give you a reason to have CASPA, to use CASPA, to use it as a vehicle to transfer your stable coin. And there are rumors about it happening, but I haven't heard anything lately. But that's what CASPA needed. That's what I've always said about it anyway. But right now, she's at an area where she might be doing something. And if we're going to look at this as a big-ass fallen wedgie, which I know pattern traders probably are. And it's not wrong. That is a big-ass fallen wedgie. 68% chance they break to the upside. And your measure move for this big-ass fallen wedge. I'm going to do the Bukowski measure move. Put this at the breakout, and we should be looking somewhere over here. 15 cents? Oh my goodness, measure move. Alright, so if we do get a measure move from this symmetrical triangle, I'll be looking for that. Got the big rollover on the daily. It's just time for us to start climbing up through those suckers now, in my personal opinion. Did we have the rollover? Was that what happened with the ribbon flipping in on CASPA over here at the bearish bat pattern completion idea? Confirmation idea, rather, not completion, but confirmation. So, yeah, a little bit of a pullback for CASPA. Maybe down to these areas through here. Anywhere 3 to 3.5 cents would be a good place to get in, rather than 4 cents, but hey. All right, well, CASPA back on my good grace list again. I'm going to take a look at a meme coin called Bonk. You guys remember Bonk? It used to be the Shazizzle. Until one day, nobody loved it anymore. I thought I saw a harmonic pattern over here. Did I not have one like that? Didn't? Okay. I don't see it. Alright, cool. Alright, bonkers. Let's just clear you out. Looks a lot like CASPA. Except for not as low. 886 retracement area. Yum yum. Alexa, skip. Swing high. Swinging low to this wick over here just to see what we can kind of figure out on the big scope. Go ahead and get a couple of these 236s lined up. We got confluence with the 382 over there, so I'm just going to keep that. I think I'm just going to 236 this one out. And let's see, we got to do it a little different over here. I didn't catch that on the last one. Let me take you back, correct that last one. Oh, there you are. No, we're good, we're good. Alright, so noticeable targets that I've got for this one, they're all 236, but they overlap with the other Fibonacci's that we got. If we pulled a Fibonacci from swing high to swing low, that's what overlap there too. With the other ones, it does even better. Nice little area support resistance. What is that? 0.000007891. We're at 6844 right now. What could that give us? A whopping 30% up to that first target there. This is on the daily. So possible if we're starting to climb through the ranking here. Let's see what it looks like on the 4 hour. Got a red dot on the daily, so that's part of our pullback here. Look on the 4 hour. Yes. Got a ribbon flip going on. Bonk, you're looking sexy AF to me. You're at the bottom of the trend line. These are the entries that I like. These are the entries that I like. Let me explain why. Because Daddy about to, or Turkey about to take a little thing here. We're on a nice possible rounded bottom scenario. Sure, she can drop and go lower. It's always a possibility. But this is a gosh darn nice little ribbon flip starting to happen on the 4 hours is what we look for. Alexa, skip. And let's zoom out a little bit. Get that rounded bottom in here. Yeah, now you can see the bigger picture of it, right? Ah, crap, I messed that up. Frustrating to draw these things. Unless you want to take them and move them around, and I don't like to do that. I like to see what the natural curve is going to do. So, again, rounded bottoms pay the bills. When compression stays, there might be a harmonic little butt crack idea that happens here. I mean, we get some kind of little M shape. Can happen. It's optional. And then we're looking for the expansion phase like this. So, if something like this were to happen, I mean, what is that? 50, 80, 100% gains while we do something like that and come back down? You could have a nice little play down here. This is an accumulation over here from Bonk. I'm playing it. Dad is going to play. Wait a minute. Do we go to 4 hour? We did, right? Yeah, we're on the 4 hour. Okay, let's come down to 1 hour. These are variable time frames here. Another ribbon flip happening. Testing the deeper moving averages there. I mean, at this point in the game, she's either going to drop or she's going to bounce. So if I put me stop losses below the low over here, I've got excellent risk management. If it falls down, then I lose very, very little. If it goes up, I gain a lot more than what I'm risking to lose. And she's at my trend line. This, I love this. This is what I want. Other people would have you, waiting till we break, past certain places, right? And take a breakout trade or break past a trend line. And you would be sitting here. Because where is your stop loss going to have to go there? You're going to have to put it up here and risk being stopped out. Your best place to put your stop loss would be at the very low so you wouldn't get stopped out. But if you take a trade over here after it goes up 18%, then what happens? Well, you got 18% stop. I mean, you manage your risk, you can make that work out. I can lose just as much getting stopped out here as I would if I had an entry here and got stopped out here. The only difference is my position can be a hell of a lot more huger here, meaning that I can sell off as we go up. And by the time we get up here, I'm already up 16% just on spot. Now, if I'm using like 3x leverage, I'm up like what, 40, 50% by the time the other people are just thinking about, I might think about doing it if we can break this level. And my experience with the level breaking is that, yeah, you can come back up and break it, but you're usually making, as you can see, every little high that you get when you break the levels, what happens? Comes up, comes back down, or back into the area, right? Every one of them. Every high that you're getting on an upward trend, when you're doing that, that's why it's not my preferred. Some people do it. It's a more conservative way to do it, but this is one of the drawbacks from it, right? Every level that you get when you enter here, what happens? We get stopped out. And sometimes I hear the things, about, people, trying to catch bottoms, how many times they get stopped out and stuff, but how many times you get stopped out trying to buy above a level? I mean, I have a less of a chance of getting stopped out here. I mean, it can happen, but being on the support, less of a chance of getting stopped out here. You got a higher chance of getting stopped out when it comes back into the patterns here, but it broke out. It did good, unless you took profits there. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? It went up 5%. Well, that's enough maybe to cover fees if you're lucky at break even. Comes back in. And now the rule is we got to wait for to break out the next one. And this is legit. This is a legit trading strategy. But the reason that I don't do it is for this reason right here, because stop out. So what I've learned to do over time is like identify these little areas over here that call for resistance. Because this is where your people are shorting. I mean, your short would do low. Okay, look at this. You buy the level breakout. This is why I prefer diagonals over levels. At least with a diagonal, I can get in here and take advantage of this, right? The diagonals get me in earlier, where that goes up 9%. If I were waiting to get into the level, and you're not always, you have to be right there. Probably you'll see it and you'll get in above the level, right? But let's take it from the level versus the 5%. And then it comes back, and if you got your stop loss under break even or at break even, or you would have to put your stop loss down here. Now it would have held down here, so that was a good place to put a stop loss. And that would be the thing, you know, you're hoping to get the breakout and not get stopped out. In that case, this buying the breakout level here actually worked. You would still be in profit, but you go through a lot more drawdown, a whole lot more drawdown with that structure. And drawdown is not where I want to spend my time in this. I spend enough time in drawdown. I want less time in drawdown on anything. Drawdown is not fun. And if you got a good trade setup, you're trying to get trade setups to help avoid the drawdown, right? But that level, and then, you know, take this one, same thing. It comes up, we're in, and now we're in drawdown. Oh, we're profit, now we're in drawdown. All right, I'm gonna buy this level. You take that, but see, when you buy that, that's where your swing failure patterns come in with the breakout trades. And this one was kind of harsh, right? And somebody bought over here, and then they're down, you know, 13% on spot. They had leverage on it, some setup like that. And then it hurts more, right? So, and I've got buddies that trade like this, and that's fine. It's a legit strategy. It is, but I always wonder why they never got into trying to buy the bottom of trend lines. You can't really do the same thing on level to level because you don't ever really come back to those same levels. So you put your stop loss. I'm putting order here at my level. We're on a trend, baby. We're going to be making higher lows. No, we need a diagonal for that. We need a diagonal for that. So rather than sitting here talking about Bonk, I'm going to take my little happy ass over here to my little happy ass account, and I'm going to find Bonk, this little worthless meme coin, and I'm going to buy me a little bit. Again, don't want to forget about my trend lines. Well, we got typical 3X. I think that's all I want to do with Bonk, really. Take a little bit in here. Stop loss will go below it. 0.006013. 0.006013. Is that right? Let me put that thing back over here. 0060. Yeah, that's good. My take profit, I technically did not have one. I'm going to go ahead and just shoot right over here. 1013. Is that what? Is that for real? 101. I'm on the 1 hour time frame. When was this? Oh hell, that was January. That's a big ass. That's a big ass target. I was like, how the hell am I risking 17 cents to make $9 on this tiny ass account? I'm like, something does not, for 3X, that does not. Here we go. Main next target I'm looking for is 0.0082. I'm just going to take it for the trade. I just want to take it for the trade. 0.00829. Running a little bit. Oh, that's my entry though. No, that's not what I'm doing. All right, so take profit at 0.00829.3 is what I'm going with. All right, so I'm risking 20 cents to make $3. That still sounds really good. Makes me think I don't have enough in here. Thinks I can risk some more. All right, let's go for it. Maybe I could Maybe we'll go 5x on it. That way I can use less. Yeah, I want to do that. So I'm risking 50 cents to make 740, 750 if this plays out and I get to just this wee little target right there. Let's go for it. Boom, trade setup is in there. All right, we got a trade set up. That one does not look too moon boyish. That one looks very practical. That's a 382, and if we're in a range, and that's where we should come up to, might even go up a little bit higher. And then this area over here at 10 cents, but we'll just take what we can get. This is a trade, not a position, not a spot build up or anything, although this is a good place to build up on it if you like. If you like old bonkers, she's at the bottom. She's trying to do a little something, something. Are we in profit yet? Oh my God, we're up 0.41%. We're killing it. Killing it. We're slaying it. Micro wealth. We're almost at a penny. My grass trade is still down. All right, tiny account, trying to get the tiny account not to be a tiny account. Trying to use some proper risk management and play these trades out right. Let me come over to the chat, see what you guys been chatting about. Oh, we've had no more talking over here. Y'all quit talking. Hey, we've got Joe from Trade Intuitions in the house. Shout out to Joe. And oh man, well, that's not right. My YouTube thing. So Joe is Trade Intuition. Why is it? There we go. I was just clicking right here. Streams at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and bonus morning streams. And he was streaming earlier tonight. Where all the cool kids hang out. Go check him out. And sometimes there's some random morning streams. You might see him across some other crypto shows. Quite a big circle here on YouTube. Actually, if you think about it. Joe's a good guy. Joe's a very good guy. All right, so this is my reasoning for getting in on this bonk is because we are at support. You make an argument, we're below all the moving averages. It looks horrible, but we're at support. We also had a fib level, right? Yeah, 886 Trendline. Yeah. And I believe, are you above the 9 moving average too? That's my trigger. That's my trigger. Get above the 9. And you got a breakout. Diagonal. You're above the 9. There's the entry, baby. And now we're up. Boom. And you just made a higher high right here. And there we are with the green dot on the 15-minute on market Cypher. There is no bullish divergence here, though. There's no bullish divergence with the price. So I don't know that she may range around here for a minute. Ideally, when we find ourselves on the bottom of trend line, especially when we find ourselves on these bottom fibs here, we want to be able to, it's if we see the divergence there, we want to try to take that one, okay? That's the key areas to be looking for. You look at divergence on support. You have better luck with it. You see divergences randomly in there, and you're just that in there, and I'm just going to play it. Oh, man, it didn't work out. That bullish divergence sucks. But it depends on where you play it, right? I mean, when you combine certain rules together, they become stronger, and then you can get a reaction more times than not. But if you just play something willy-nilly, and then it just kind of, well, maybe you might not agree with it as much. Might not see the beauty of what it can do. You might write it off too early. But there's none here to play, but we're still getting a little reactions to see how far we can climb up. Well, we'll probably, in my personal opinion, let's see, did you harmonic us? That's up there, baby. That's up there. You can do it. Don't get me twisted. Not where that one, though. Okay. All right, I was trying to see if we would be better off playing our harmonic take profit areas, and well, there's still good ones to play. 382 right here. Didn't we already do this over there? And that's a whopping 4%. 4% gains to come up to the area that we lost over there. Hopefully we can do it and not roll over and come down to these areas, because, well, that would suck. At least for me in my trade. I want to take a look at VVV. I find this one interesting because I've watched people trade this one, and this thing went from a little amount to a lot amount. And now that it's on a pullback, I'm like, you know what? This time I think I want a taste of it. I want to get me some of this VV action here. If I use a higher voice, will I sound like Mike Tyson? I will use a little. I will get a little. That doesn't sound right. Some BBB. I will get some of this BBB price action. That's a horrible Mike Tyson. All right, I give up on it. Swing high. The swing low. You gotta give it a little dodge. Then come up and bite him on the ear. Bite the ear off. That's what I do. I bite the ear off. Jake Paul, you go down or I bite your ear off. Actually, I think Mike is getting real chill in his older age, man. He was a scary mofo when he was younger, man. Anger like a bull, just like you think he's just going to go off. Now I think he's actually kind of chilling out. He went through a little period of toxicity and all this other stuff. And I think he's finally kind of found, I think he found Jesus, if I'm not mistaken. That's a life-changing experience right there. All right, let's get off the 3-day and let's come down to something a little bit more sensible over here for VVV. Yeah, she's at 555. 382 retracement. I think she's coming back further. Looks like she lost that trend line right there to me. Boom, shakalaka, boom, shaka, boom. And you've got... All right. Let's see if we can get this 786 out of here. I'm not going to draw the harmonics. I'm just going to eyeball it. It's possible bad, although a bat should take us down a little bit lower. Wait a minute, where am I drawing this fib from? Let me use the actual tool here. Oh, okay. That is your 886. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'll go with that. Yep, I was pulling from over here. I should have been pulling from here. So we got a possible bat harmonic if this plays out. May not play out. There's some other things. We bounced off of a 382. Now if this holds, we got some great targets to the upside if it wants to do it, right? So I'm just using the simplified versions tonight, ladies and gentlemen, through our 1-to-1 AB equals CD moves as being possible target areas right there. So maybe we come down to 250, or we catch a break here. And if we do catch a break here at the green line and don't come down, we may come down to the 50 moving average, 427. This probably would not be the target we look for there. But if we can bounce off the green line, if by chance that does happen, it's a possibility to hit $11. Let's come down to the 4-hour and see what our gorgeous moving averages look like after we had this ribbon flip over here. Imagine if you got in during the ribbon flip idea when it was somewhere between $1.50 to $2. I'd be pretty happy right now with it. $5 after it broke 9, or what was that, $8? Pretty cool, right? Here we are trying to get a bearish retest of this idea, and probably a roll over from there is kind of what I'm looking at. And if not, then hell, we'll just keep on going to the upside, high or low, baby. Let me straighten up my trend line a little bit. So we break back in the trend line. I'm happy as a mofo. It's probably going to move up kind of fast and nice, and you'd have a breakout from a top trend line. Right. Have a nice little breakout from here. Take the long. But if she gets a bearish retest, I would be looking to retest this area down here. If that holds, 200 moving averages down there. It's a chance it could. If it does not hold, then I'm looking for this idea, which is not a valid idea until it actually comes down here and does something. This is just a possibility until then. But if it does come down here and do something, then we got a bullish setup play on the bottoms. That's what the harmonic, that's the beauty of the harmonic patterns when they do confirm. And there could be a couple of chances to nail this bottom over here, ideally, while it's confirming. All right, I want to take a look at Dash. We looked at Dash the other night. I think Dash has got a little bit more of a pullback, doesn't it? Did I take a play on this? I might have taken a play on the trend line last night. See, I thought I did, or I was going to. I'm not in it, so apparently if I did, I got stopped out, and I haven't looked through it today. Now we're testing the other trend line here. And we could bounce off of that as well. Or got some support over here. Let's see what we got going on. Is there something worth taking over here? Not yet. Other than this idea where we're getting the breakout retest, that's the only idea that I'm seeing right now, where we're trying to get a retest from here. 786 Fibonacci, 3164. I don't see a good setup here, but if I wanted to take a risky degen kind of try to catch a knife with a stop loss kind of idea, one thing that I would do is look at the 786, set my stop loss below the 886 or below this one over here, whatever you got room for, feel comfortable doing, and trying to catch that bounce over here. On the 4 hour, don't see it happening yet. What do you look like on the 15 minute though? Oh, now you're looking different over here. You look like you made me want to try it on the 15. You making me want to try it on the 15. It might go with us, might not. Can't really tell about with the clouds thick. We could go through it. It's also trying to do the little thingy over here. It looks like a little gas spout, and that could be what takes us down. So nothing solid yet, but it looks like we're trying to get a rip and flip over here. So we got 800, 600, 300, 200s over here. That crosses. That's going to be some downward pressure. That might go against us, but is it worth taking a chance over here? When I look at breaking a trend line, I'm like, I don't think it's worth it. But I look at the other ideas here and I'm thinking, maybe. Nothing is telling me other than smaller time frames that this might be the moment to try it, but I'm still not convinced. We come down smaller. What do you look like? I think we can get a little up. I don't think this is it. She may come back down to this 886 over here after get some rejection. There could be a little play, but or and if it does get back up here, that would be awesome. It's not looking as strong to me right now. I think we could find some more likely setups is what I'm trying to say. We could probably find some more likely setups than just this one. One of my big concerns, ooh, the nice support resistance flip right there with that diagonal. See if I can dial that in a little bit better. It looked perfect. Yeah, so we come here support, come over here resistance. So definitely got some resistance up ahead, but 32 to 46, that's not bad. Gotta get 37 first though. Not interested in Dash at the moment. I like the rounding shape, but she's an accumulation. It's probably going to be a if it doesn't drop any lower. Looks like she's trying to stay down here for a minute. Oh, that's nice. Fibs are really, I see some nice respect out of the Fibonacci's over here. Maybe that bottom is in. That's just one sign I look for there. All right. Let me come over to the chat, see what we're talking about over here. David, Galp in the house. How's it going? Haven says, my Ether trade is up 36%. You go, my man. Can we look at hype? We sure can. Let's see, we looked at grass, looked at Bonk, looked at river, we looked at CASPA, we looked at VVV, looked at Dash, we looked at ladies. I need to show how low can ladies crash in the monthly weekly chart. I did look on the monthly or weekly, but I did give you the local. The monthly weekly. Are you shorting this? That's what I gotta know. Are you shorting? Because you get excited when it goes down. I mean, the monthly and the weekly are not going to tell us anything, but down here at the bottom, unless we want to get into negative numbers, which if I pull a fib over here, that's what it's going to give me. See, my fib strategy tells me we go into the negative numbers. More than likely, this is it. We're so close to where is zero? I mean, for it to go down and be, I can't even get it on zero. Here, this line right here is like 10 cents. Is it 10 cents or not even 10 cents? A decimal, 7 zeros and a 10. I mean, that's as close as zero as I can get over here. I mean, we're that far away. And that is about another 80% down from here, if that were to happen. And I don't know. It's got a chance to come back and bottom out where it started. Was that it? So I mean, the weekly and the monthly are they're not giving us anything extra. What I did over here, I think, was the best target that I did earlier right there. And I gave you this one right here. At most, well, it can't go down here because that's under zero. So yeah, right here. So the target that I gave right here, -8 and 11 cents. That's as low as I can come up with. And yeah, that's on the weekly. All right, let's take a look at Hype. Hyper Liquid over on KuCoin looks good. Where you at right now? Let's go to the daily. Is at resistance right now. It's at the 272.113. It's from this high to that low. There's still a target over here, 44.30, that we could be making our way up here. That's very possible. Nice little symmetrical triangle. It broke up to the upside. If you're looking for a one-to-one move over here, AB equals CD. It is also telling us at 44.38. I would be leaning toward the 44.38 right there. 618 measure move, AB equals CD. Take your trend-based fib extension. Another way to do this idea, one-to-one move. You're looking for the 100% after we get this marked in, and that's right there too at 44. See that? One-to-one move. So we're almost there. I've got these two areas as resistance, so it's a good place to take profit. Is struggling at the target that I gave, the 232 or 272, the red line here. But it looks like she might actually break up through it and go to 44. And this would be a place where a lot of people would be trying to short. This is an AB equals CD harmonic pattern. It looks like that. And it's a bearish one, so when we get up there, it confirms, and you should get a possible reversal or a stronger pullback. Let's come down to the 4 hour and see what that looks like. Well, she ain't happening just yet, is it? She's getting really rejected over here. Yeah, I can still see maybe another push up right here to this. And if by some weird chance that it decides it wants to keep on going and doesn't want to get a nice big ass pullback here, if it wants to break the rules or whatever, $51. But I would see a bigger pullback before that, my personal opinion. Looking nice. I wish I was in it. Wish I got into it down here. Well, the woulda, coulda, shoulda bought zone down here. I wish I'd got. See, that's how it works. If I got in at 24, I'd be happy as hell right now, right? Even if I dropped down here 17%, if I'd stayed in it or bought spot or something, I'd be up 63% on this. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. The zone of regrets and missed opportunities right down here. I want to take a look at BTSE. I think that is an exchange coin. And it seems to be getting some traction today. What's going on with... Oh, that's a nice bounce from 144 to 160. Okay. Exchange coins. Now, they do pretty good. They can do pretty good. But getting them, they're not going to be on every exchange because no exchange wants to carry other exchanges' coins unless it's just already taken off and they can make some money from it. Get some ideas over here. We'll take that on that. Ooh, you right on it. It's our 236 level now that we're testing. You got an ascending triangle type pattern over here when we connect all the trend lines. This is what an ascending triangle pattern should look a little bit more like, in my personal opinion, where you are definitely kind of leveling off over here. Sometimes there will be, you know, I'll see people draw them, they'll cut through a lot of stuff, but this one's the closest I've seen to them in a while. And that's where price is squeezing up here. It's coming in higher lows, but we're leveling out here. And at some point, they usually do break to the upside here. It's got a 63% chance to break to the upside, as the actual Thomas Bukowski saying on it. 63. That's in triangle. And also goes over here. I think it's second one on the right from the top, 63% to break to the upside, regardless of which area, where price comes in from. It can be a continuation pattern, but it can also be a reversal pattern. That's what you need to know about these guys. I hear people call them 50-50 pattern, and I still to this day don't have a freaking clue what they're talking about. I think they're calling it bilateral pattern, which means, you know, from what I understand, it's on, it can be on symmetrical triangle. This is half a symmetrical. They can't explain it either. All they can say is, well, 50-50. I know what I'm talking about, but never explain it. So I've never heard that. It's got a 63% chance to break up. Moving averages suggest that it probably will too. Next target is going to be 243. Next major target that I'm getting over here locally. Let's let's dial you in. Let's do you right now. Let me dial you in now. My bad, my misspoken. I didn't have my fib pulled out. Bigger target is like 341. Once we can get out of this little zone. Next target, would be 221. We might bounce up there, get rejected, and still accumulate in here, or reject, come back down, and then pop out. Kind of what I'm looking like here. So 220 area, and then right around to the 340 area. And BTSE from here to there, 35% and 109 to get up there. That's not bad. Come down to the 4 hour and see what the moving averages are looking like. Flipping the ribbon happened over here. BTSE's getting ready to break out of this ascending triangle, in my personal opinion. Break to the upside, ascending triangle, bottom to bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, got 13 people hanging out with me. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin over here. Bitcoin is at 31,000. Or sorry, $71,304. And we just still over here arranging. arranging after the drop. It looks a lot like the patterns that we kind of find ourselves on the bigger time frames, doesn't it? So far, so good. Might be trying to break out of this little... Was that an Adam and Eve and her double partner? That's what we were looking at earlier. Adam and the twins right here. You sly little dog, you. It's Adam and the B cups right there. Adam and the B cups. To the upside. See if we can get it back up here and reclaim this area about 71.9. Actually, our mission in life after making this low here is to take out this guy. So if we don't do it, then we suck, and we're probably going to drop a little bit lower. Remember, lower highs, lower lows, usually what comes from it, right? So we need to take this guy out. We need to get above $72,000 to continue bullish. We got an Adam and double B cup pattern right here. Hopefully this will be better than than the Adam and his binary friends, his non-binary friend pattern that we had the other night. That one didn't play out at all. I did kind of thinking, man, you know, I mean, really, you can't really plug two plugs in together, and there's no socket. I'm just figuring out how this stuff works here. Just asking. Or you get two female sockets and they can't really, you know, there's you know, there's no connection really, no, definitely nothing that, you know, anyway, I don't know. So Adam and his non-binary friend, that didn't work out. But Adam and the double B cups over here, that looks like they're getting some traction. I'm just saying, that's looking kind of sexy for Bitcoin here on the 6 minute. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me. We'll be back again tomorrow night. Going to the end screen. We'll catch up on the chat over there. Tonight went over Grass, went over Bonk, went over River, CASPA, VVV, went over Dash, ladies, went over Hype, BTSE, the exchange coin, and of course Bitcoin, and maybe some others in there. Happy trading. Altcoins are, you know, they got a little bit of a pullback, but yeah, they're not ready yet. They're not ready. Be careful with altcoins. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully the remaining part of this week might be a little bit better. Maybe they'll try to take us in for another weekend pump again or something crazy like that, or maybe, you know, another false move on Friday. But tomorrow's Thursday, so Thursdays are usually typically a little bit more positive than not. Normally, cross our fingers. All right, thanks for hanging out, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you on the end screen. We'll listen to some music over there and about now.
Too sweet to sell. I take my coffee black, same as my mood. Scroll through the feed at 3 a.m. feeling screwed. Green candles flirting, red ones cut me deep. I tell myself I'm fine, but I can't even sleep.
At 40?
I could cash out clean, walk away tonight, but the chart keeps whispering, one more fight. It's just a little dip, it's just a little pain. I'll average down harder and do it all again. You're too sweet.
Oh, you sold and tried to buy? Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's good. You got a system going for you there.
I know I should take profits, I know I should be gone, but you're too sweet to sell. You're too sweet to sell. I'm too weak to sell you. Too sweet to sell. I see the Lambos flexing on the timeline feed. Gurus preaching patience while they plant the seed. I'm down in the red, but I still feel the rush. Every pump's a promise, every dump's a crush. I could cut the loss, take my dignity back, but I'm still here praying for the next attack. It's just a little bleed, it's just a little sting. I hollow through the wind to do it all again. Oh, you're too sweet to sell. Too sweet to sell. Too sweet to sell. Oh, you're too sweet to sell. Too sweet to sell. I know I should take profits, I know I should be gone, but you're too sweet to sell. You're too sweet to sell. Too weak to sell you. Too sweet to sell. The nights are getting longer. The red is getting deeper. I keep telling myself it's just a correction. But every morning I wake up still holding on. Still holding on. You're too sweet to sell. Too sweet to sell. Too sweet to sell. You're too sweet to sell. No one is too sweet to sell. Too sweet to sell. Too sweet to sell. I know I should be gone. Too sweet to sell. 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 Catching the knife, deeper every tick. Red arrows raining, truck suicide dive. I seen them bottom, swear it's on fire. One more layer, tell myself it's strategic, but leverage is left. Carving on my ticket, pick on sitting pretty, no blade on the skin. Spot just breeze, let the storm blow through again. Me, I'm diving head first, palms wide and bleeding. Catching the knife, convinced I'm succeeding. Every ticket falls, I whisper this is the turn. But the cut gets deeper, blood starts to burn. On liquidation on spot, just time to wait it out. But I'm feeding the blade, screaming there's no doubt. Catching the knife, bleeding out slow, telling myself it's genius while I lose control. One more ad, one more, this time it bounces, but the blade keeps cutting, no mercy, no ounces. Catching the knife, risky as hell, averaging down, straight into my own cell spot. BTSE's calm, no blood on the floor, but I'm catching the knife, still catching the knife. Margin calls, screaming phones on fire, red, double down harder, got nothing left in my head. It's just temporary, it's just a shakeout, but the knife's twisting deeper, no way to fake out. Friends cashed early, posted their wins and bounced. I'm still here bleeding, clinging to the plan announced. Spot just slows quiet, no rope around his neck, but I'm catching the knife, choking on my own wreck. Every slice I take, I say this time it's mine, but probabilities laughing, stats don't lie. Calm spot investment, no blade to survive. Leverage is war and I'm still alive. Catching a knife, bleeding out slow, telling myself it's genius while I lose control. One more ad, one more, this time it bounces, but the blade keeps cutting, no mercy, no ounces. Catching a knife, risky as hell, averaging down, straight into my own cell spot. BTSE's calm, no blood on the floor, but I'm catching a knife, still catching a knife. Why do we chase the fall and steal? Think we're heroes, think we'll make the deal. Knife keeps dropping, cuts through hope and pride. One wrong ticket is liquidation time. Switch the spot, let the acid breathe free. No blade, no blood, just you and the sea. But the thrill of the catch, that rushing in vain, keeps us grabbing a knife again and again. Catching a knife, bleeding out slow, telling myself it's genius while I lose control. One more ad, one more, pray for the bounce, but the blade keeps falling, no mercy, no ounces. Catching a knife, catching the night. Catching the night. Still catching. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Could have bet me slow. I see you watching from the shadows, eyes on fire. You want this turtle, baby, but you're playing with desire. I move so slow like a rhythm in the night. Shiny green logo, promises so tight. One little touch and the rhythm starts to flow. Cooter, darling, let the good times grow. Cooter.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow. Good night, John Boy. Jesus loves you.